Let's be real, most people outside of North Carolina have no idea how good life in Raleigh and the Triangle actually is. They think it's just college basketball, government jobs, and summer humidity. But if you're serious about finding the best combo of affordability, lifestyle, and opportunity, Raleigh and the Triangle crush almost every other metro out there. Today I'm breaking down the 30 real reasons why Raleigh and the Triangle don't just compete, bam, they flat out win. And honestly, if you're not considering moving here, by the end of this video, you might regret it. But first, if this is your first time here, I'm Lance with B Sunshine Realty Group with eXp. My family and I moved here from Southern California about 8 years ago, sight unseen. And it's been one of the best decisions we've ever made. We love sharing what it's really like living in Raleigh in the Triangle area. And yes, we're licensed real estate brokers here in North Carolina. That means when you call, text, or email us, it's us who pick up the phone, not some call center. We'll help you build the perfect game plan for your move to the Triangle, and we can't wait to hear from you. Now let's get into it. Reason number 1, the location advantage. Raleigh is right here in the sweet spot. You're just 2 hours from the beaches like Wrightsville or Emerald Isle, where Brandy and I frequent, and about 3 hours from the Blue Ridge Mountains, which are absolutely beautiful. Weekend getaways are building a life here. One day you're hiking on the Blue Ridge Parkway, the next you're catching waves at the coast. And yes, we have waves, my California family. That last storm that came here brought 15 footers. That's what I'm talking about. Reason number 2, mild winters. Sure, we get the occasional dusting of snow, but forget about snow tires and shoveling for months on end, like some of my friends up north. Winters here are bright and mild. This is September 2025 and it's 70 to 80 degrees and it feels like California with a breeze. The difference here is you actually get 4 seasons and the cold here is pretty easy for the most part. For us coming from California, it feels like the perfect balance every year we have been here. Even though I will tell you that a few of these summers with the humidity, they were a bit much at times. Reason number 3, year-round outdoor living. Biking the America Tobacco Trail, kayaking Jordan Lake, barbecuing in your backyard, outdoor living is a year-round thing here, which I love. My kids ride bikes in February and I'm grilling in December, and I love my new Blackstone and Traeger that I bought. It's awesome. I'm getting better and better with the grilling and the queuing. I'm trying. You don't lose months like up north with nasty cold weather. Reason number 4, lake, river, and beach life. We might not have the Pacific Ocean, but Jordan Lake, Falls Lake, Lake Wheeler, and many of the beaches more than make up for it. We have kayaking, paddleboarding, fishing, boating. This weekend life in the Triangle is the real deal. And let's also not forget about the beaches. In Emerald Isle, Atlantic Beach, and Duck, these areas have epic waves at times, and just a couple weeks ago, like I told you, they were intense. Reason number 5, trees, green space, and parks. Sacramento calls itself the City of Trees, while Raleigh is literally nicknamed the City of Oaks. It hits you as soon as you get off the plane at RDU and start driving. You start driving through downtown and you'll definitely see why, with all the oak line streets everywhere. Plus, Pullen Park, Dorothea Dix Park, Umstead Park, it's one of the greenest metros in the US and it is definitely contagious. Reason number 6, active, health-focused lifestyle. From Orange Theory, Lifetime Fitness, and Burn Body Boot Camp to yoga studios and CrossFit boxes, the Triangle is built for health and wellness. I've personally made a big change lately and started taking Perfect Aminos, NADs, and creatines from Gary Brecka, and I believe it's because of how easy it is to work out here with the awesome weather. Also, trails like Umstead, Hemlock Bluffs in Cary, and Eno River in Durham are packed every weekend with hikers, joggers, and families. Reason number 7, affordability compared to some of the huge cities. Let's face it, Raleigh's not as cheap as it was 10 years ago, let me tell you. But compared to New York, DC, or San Francisco, you still get way more home for your money. As of August 2025, the median home price in Wake County sits just under $492,000, which is still affordable compared to Charlotte, Atlanta, or the DC suburbs. Reason number 8, the new construction boom. Wendell Falls, Clayton's Copper District, Knightdale Station, and the Holly Springs expansions are all over the Triangle. We have master plan communities with pools, trails, dog parks, and even on-site coffee shops. Builders are adding smart home designs and community-focused amenities, which are awesome. A lot of the new construction actually offers lower rates, huge discounts, and you can get a nice brand new house that you'll definitely love. It gives you tons of options when you move here. I wanted to remind you guys that Brandy and I would love to help. Our number is right here on the screen and in the description box. Just give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email. We would love to get you into some of these amazing areas in the Triangle. Next is reason number 9, how stable the real estate market is. Raleigh consistently ranks as one of the strongest housing markets in the United States. Home values keep appreciating steadily. Rental demand is high thanks to the constant flow of all these new jobs, and investors are loving this area for long-term stability. I remember when we first bought our house in 2018, and I told Brandy, babe, these houses don't really go up in value, because the graph that I was looking at over the last 20 years before was pretty flat. Guess what? That all changed with the RTP and the huge tech and biotech emergence in Raleigh and the Triangle. The appreciation in the last 6 years has been awesome. Reason number 10, job growth in tech and research. Like I just talked about, the Research Triangle Park, the RTP, is a powerhouse. Apple's $1 billion campus, Google Cloud's Durham hub, and hundreds of biotech, pharma, and IT companies in Holly Springs, Clayton, and all the surrounding areas are just going insane. You literally hear about billion-dollar deals all over the Triangle weekly. Add in universities like Duke, UNC, and NC State, fueling talent and fueling jobs. Also, the schools in the area have some awesome basketball, baseball, and football year-round, which I definitely love. Reason number 11, the booming healthcare industry. UNC Health, Duke Health, and Wake Med are nationally ranked. And as of 2025, Wake Med's expansion in Cary and Rex Holly Springs' new specialty wing have made healthcare access even stronger. And if you're in the medical or biotech field, the Triangle is platinum. Reason number 12, remote work heaven. Tons of people keep their jobs in New York, Boston, or even California and work remotely from Raleigh. You get bigger homes, lower taxes, and that easy Triangle lifestyle with some awesome weather and nice fall colors without giving up your career. Reason number 13, business growth and startups. Raleigh has a thriving startup culture, especially in fintech, biotech, and green energy. The Exchange in Raleigh and the Hub and the RTP are just a couple of the billion-dollar startups that will have mixed-use development and flexible areas for Class A office space and remote work. Reason number 14, access to major markets around the country and the world. The RDU airport is a gem. Direct flights to London, Paris, San Francisco, and 60 plus destinations make it unbelievable. It's a gem because when I was a trainer going across the country, I noticed that it has to be one of the easiest airports I've ever been at in the country. I remember getting off the plane from LAX when we moved here, and I was like, babe, is this a deserted island? This was in 2018, and I know things have changed, but it's still easy peasy. Reason number 15, family-friendly suburbs. Cary, Holly Springs, Apex, Wake Forest, Clayton, Wendell, and there's so many more. These towns are family magnets. Great schools, youth sports leagues, safe neighborhoods, and tons of parks, which are amazing. Check out niche.com and spotcrime.com to get even more in-depth info about schools and crime to help you with your decision. Reason number 16, the community feel. Farmers markets are in every town, and don't forget our friend, Mama Salsa, who's originally from Southern California. Her salsa is muy bueno, and she'll be at local festivals that they have like Peak Fest in Apex or Lazy Days in Cary, also Holly Fest in Holly Springs, and Music in the Park nights all summer long make it incredible. Community is a big deal here, and with downtown Cary Park, Dix Park, and all the trails, it makes Raleigh and the Triangle amazing. Reason number 17, diversity projects and inclusive living. Raleigh-Durham is one of the most diverse metros in the Southeast, with vibrant cultural festivals from Diwali to the International Festival of Raleigh, and also the Art Access and LGBT Center in Raleigh gives resources for community and its allies to provide support and education. You will literally meet people from all over the world, which was not the case 10 years ago when we first came here. Reason number 18, education. Wake County Public Schools remain one of the best rated districts in North Carolina. New schools are opening constantly, like Rex Road Elementary in Holly Springs, and the amazing Felton Grove High School, and also a brand new Magnet STEM Academy in Durham. Some of these schools actually partner with biotech and tech companies to give our young ones opportunities before they're even in college. Make sure though, this is important, before you make your move, that you find out which schools are already capped. That can be a big issue in some of the highly sought out areas, and Brandy and I can definitely help you with this. Reason number 19, ooh, I like it, the food scene. Raleigh is no longer just barbecue and sweet tea, though prime barbecue and longleaf swine is a must. Downtown's foodie scene is blowing up. Think Crawford & Sons, Jolie, and the new Madre in Smoky Hollow. There are so many amazing food places now, especially compared to 8 or 10 years ago when we worried if anyone could actually make some good Mexican food in Raleigh. Boy, has that changed, and thank you for that. Number 20, breweries and distilleries. Raleigh's beer garden still boasts the world's largest draft beer selection. Breweries like Bond Brothers, Trophy, and Full Steam keep the craft culture alive. Plus, Durham's distillery, Conniption Gin, is nationally recognized. Also, Old Raleigh Distillery in Zebulon has won the 2023 whiskey competition and has been named the best micro distillery in the United States. Reason number 21, arts and murals. Raleigh's downtown is splashed with murals everywhere. Durham hosts art walks, and Chapel Hill has music on Franklin Street. Dix Park now hosts art festivals that rival big city events. There is art and murals everywhere. You'll find them in Wendell, Garner, Knightdale, and just about every city that has that personality you want. Reason number 22, global cuisine. I spoke about a few of them, but here's a bunch more. Some of the global cuisine that we have, awazi, which is Ethiopian food in Cary. If you're feeling some Korean barbecue, which there was a lot of in California, go to K-Pot in Durham, which rivals our West Coast friends. Cheetos Tacos with their burrito tacos and awesome margaritas are in Raleigh, and if you ask some of the employees, well, guess where they're from? California. And if you understand what that means about Mexican food. And I'll say, thank you for that. Also at Cheetos, ask them for a shot of Grand Gala on your house margarita. It's definitely the ticket. You can also get some amazing French food at Jolie in Raleigh. This is just a few of what's making the Raleigh foodie scene incredible, and Brandy and I love it. Next, reason number 23, coffee and culture. Well, I know I've told you about the Ugly Mug in Garner, but also you can go to Morning Times for some amazing coffee and have a bite to eat. Then there's Jubala, which is a staple for coffee in the Triangle. Sir Walter, which is another great one, and Sola Coffee in North Raleigh with 28,000 followers on Instagram. Must be good. These are not just coffee shops, they are brew vibes. And as they tout, they are drip culture in the Triangle, which remote workers love them. Reason number 24, historic neighborhoods. There's a ton, but Oakwood in Raleigh, Trinity Park in Durham, and historic Wake Forest are packed with charming homes, wraparound porches, and streets shaded by century-old oaks, which are incredible. This is just a few of them, but there are so many cool homes around the Triangle. If you can just drive and let yourself breathe for a minute and really enjoy all these historic neighborhoods, homes, and pristine horse country that still exist. Reason number 25, the vibrant downtown energy. Smoky Hollow, Fayetteville Street, Glenwood South, which now has a sip and stroll program, which is a social district where you can just have a cocktail, walk around the area, just like Savannah or New Orleans, which is a lot of fun. Then there's also the American Tobacco Campus in Durham, which has rooftop lounges, live music, and brings urban living right to the Triangle's core. Reason number 26, walkable areas. Downtown Raleigh, Durham's Brightleaf District, and Chapel Hill's Franklin Street are walkable, social, and full of nightlife. The crazy thing is there are walkable areas all over the place now. not just social and nightlife, but for wellness included. There's the Neuse River Trails that are 27.5 miles and goes all around and throughout the Triangle. Then there are also a bunch of new projects like the Big Branch Greenway Connector, the Neuse River Blueway Plan, and if you want to head west, the Blue Ridge Road Bike Pedestrian Improvement Project is incredible. Reason number 27, shopping. Crabtree Valley Mall, Fenton and Cary, which is nice and upscale, streets at South Point and Durham, North Hills, and all of the amazing little boutique shops throughout the Triangle are incredible. As our clients have said, they haven't had a challenge finding anything that they want. Reason number 28, sports and entertainment. Here we go. Carolina Hurricanes, woo, hockey, go Canes! Durham Bowl baseball, NC State football, Duke and UNC basketball, plus PNC Arena's renovation and surrounding area development, which is going to rival the West Coast and be spectacular, with over $1 billion price tag, and it's already underway as of August 2025. Reason number 29, festivals and events. I mentioned some of this, but like the Hopscotch Music Festival, Dreamville at Dix Park, Brew Gallo Festival, Holly Fest, of course in Holly Springs, and the North Carolina State Fair, which is absolutely incredible. And when it happens, the world seems to stop in Raleigh, North Carolina. They have some amazing donuts from Peachy's, and no, it's just not another donut. Oak City Fish and Chips, and Triple Z Fish Fry, just to name a few. There are also some amazing candies, rides, and cool things to do, and it's honestly so much it'll almost be overwhelming and very difficult to get it all done in one day. Reason number 30, easy living. Manageable traffic with the 540 expansion, which is almost complete. Smooth RDU airport driving, thriving jobs, endless festivals, and a laid-back lifestyle. Raleigh and the Triangle let you enjoy life, not just survive it. So there it is, 30 reasons why Raleigh and the Triangle are one of the best places you could ever live. You're only gonna realize it when you're here, because I could have kept on going and going. You will actually love it when you're here and your dog finds its favorite dog park. You actually find your favorite steakhouse, and I find a few. You'll also find festivals, nature trails, and nightlife. It definitely gives you a balance that all of us crave. From affordability and job opportunities to culture, food, and family life, this region has it all. It's easy to love, and that slow burning joy isn't just a mistake. If all of this is starting to sound like your kind of lifestyle, there's probably a reason. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone who's thinking about moving to Raleigh or the Triangle area. We love helping families navigate through the relocation process and finding their way to their new home. My family and I made the move from California to Raleigh 8 years ago, and I'd love to help yours do the same. If you're thinking about making North Carolina your home, I would love to be part of that journey. My information is right here on the screen. You can give me a call, send me a text, or shoot me an email. Also, if you want our 5 tips for moving out of state or our free resource guide for buying and selling that will definitely help make your transition frictionless, click the link in the description below. But if you're still in search mode, no pressure. Also, check our sister channel, Life in Raleigh NC, where you'll find hundreds of videos from all over the Triangle. We honestly have so many tips and tricks that you will not get from a brochure being boots on the ground. Whatever stage you're in, we are just glad that you're here and watching. Until next time, see you soon, and thanks for watching.